engine scream and roar. Northwest Truck Series is kicking down the door. Arca rigs are flying, dusting up the pines. Sasquatch in the stands, sipping moonshine. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. So crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Three wide in the corner, inches revving high. A southern tradition, leave the northwest sky. Checking flags are waving, hearts beat like a drum. Sasquatch roars for every single roar. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Guitars are slinging, tracks taking a groove. Northwest boys got nothing to prove. Grabbing gears and rubbing doors. Northwest racers always bringing more. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Watch Northwest Racing with Charles, Wesley, and Jeremy on LSRTV. And maybe Bigfoot too.
Well, we hope you enjoyed a little Hall of Notes on CRN before we go live with coverage of the Northwest Racing Series. We're at Old School Atlanta, and it's the good old days of Atlanta Motor Speedway before the Super Speedway of the day. And we welcome you to round number 2 of the Spring Series Monday night. You're home for Sim Racing, LSRTV, listening on CRN. I'm Wesley Outland. Jeremy Stanley is in the house. He made it.
I made it
tonight.
on a
He
Monday.
made it. I'm proud of you, brother. You made it. Look, where's my hand clapping machine at?
Hooray!
Was it? You know, on Discord we're allowed to play with buttons. I can't find it though.
No,
Maybe
actually,
blocked.
they turned it off on this Discord. No
Oh,
sound.
well, there you said it's. Yeah, here. Just you hear that?
Nope. It's off. Virtual hand clapping doesn't exist.
I'm hand clapping myself. So, brother, hey, Atlanta. Some people like this track. Some people don't. I mean, I like this track, but I like Super Speedway Atlanta too. But obviously, we're ready to see what these guys will do for round number 2 of the season.
No, hand me a list of the people who don't like this track. We're gonna go knock on their door. We're gonna change some minds.
Exactly. I'm Wesley Outland. Jeremy Stanley is alongside. Got me all excited. I thought he had our picture or something, Jeremy. Look at this. Just changing up all the graphics and stuff. So Charles Wooten is on production.
He didn't ask for my picture.
Yeah. I've got your picture. I've seen it. You texted it to me.
Maybe. I don't know. He took my photo and hasn't posted it. So now I'm worried about our producer doing things other than what he's supposed to be doing with our photos.
Anyhow, we're ready to go here in Atlanta. So let's take a look at the race analysis for tonight and set the stage for what's going to happen here. 200 miles. Actually, it's lesser distance, man. Wow, these guys are only going to go 100 laps on a mile and a half.
Yeah.
That's not even, wow.
The cool part is this track
quickly.
Tires. So, like, we're going to be running mid 30 to, 33, 34 second times, maybe 35, depending on how long they run on a field run. So, this track does slow down quite a bit. So, it's less brutal for the drivers. So, what do you think? Like 2 pit stops and
maybe 2, if that, man. That's 150 miles, 100 laps tonight. That's it. It'll go by quickly. This is the equivalent of like an ARCA race here at Atlanta.
Well, long race last week, at least in the trucks. Or no, that was the Sunday stuff. Never mind. But yeah, no, I'm expecting a good time. Short races usually can be more fun, right? You have less drug outness, and these guys are just gonna try to do everything they can. Of course, you got to save a lot of tire, but at the same time, short stint, maybe get a late caution. I know there's a dispute going on in the points too.
There's a protest, brother. Did you know that there's a protest?
I picked up on that today, and that's kind of interesting. We can't tell you anything about points because they haven't posted it.
Charles, can you give us any update on that, my friend? Can you chime in and give us a up-to-the-minute scoop, Mr. Producer Charles Wooden? Can you talk to our audience? Because you're kind of the one that broke me on it. Now, is it a protest on the win of Toby Ritter's, or is it on something, just the race itself? Like, what are they protesting in general?
This isn't Martinsville. I don't know what you're talking about.
Frankly, what in the world? Come on, some hot dogs.
Someone's hungry in Texas.
Come on, radio. Shut up and go to the race. Why are we not on the race yet? There it goes. Okay. There we go. I got you. Now we're good. We came on the air. We went right in from we went right in from music to the race broadcast or something. So anyhow, we are back online on CRN, so we are live now. And Chris Walters is up to qualify now, the number 9. So, Jeremy, Toby Ritter's won the race, but I don't see him tonight. So I got to wonder if that's something to do with what's going on.
You never know in the virtual world, right? It could just be a natural off week for him that he has personally planned. Or, with a protest, I wouldn't think anything would be official. Especially if you're the race winner, right? You would think you'd want to show up. So maybe this was just something that was just naturally scheduled. I don't think you can make someone not show up or suspend or whatever the case would be if there was a protest, because you can't even post points. So why would you? I don't know. So probably, I'm just going to safely say that it's going to be just a natural off week for the 3 truck. He's got his win, so he's good, right? So I guess take a week off if you need it.
I guess. So, yeah. Anyhow, Kyle Matthews and others just finishing up with qualifying. There's about 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Jeremy, you got the weather conditions presented by Kaufman Creative. Check it out, audience, on the bottom right of the screen there, Jeremy.
There you go, 75 degrees. It equals 101 degrees on the track surface. Hot Atlanta, that's what they call that. 13-mile-an-hour winds, which actually that's pretty decent for the Atlanta area. So, the time of day in session is 4:28. Wesley, that is 16 minus 12 equals 4. 4:28 p.m. Eastern in the Atlanta side, and so that's just past the hottest part of the day, which is typically 2 to 3. So, as the race goes on, it might cool off actually just a little bit.
That's now Frank Harris, the green and yellow of the Oregon Ducks, working his way around the racetrack.
Whack.
Yeah. Charles didn't come through. He does that on purpose. Sunken train, I think is how you say it. Sunken train. Yeah, he does that on purpose. He talks to us. It makes us look crazy, and he doesn't go out over the broadcast. So Charles is working on some new bells and whistles, though. He's working on things so much, Jeremy, he broke some.
Boy, that
new graphics are coming soon. That's all I can tell you. So
any online production, they always add features and they always break something in the meantime. It never fails. It's an ongoing procedure every single week, including this instance right here. Maybe next week we'll get it, though. I believe in Charles. He's got this.
Yes. You moved him too far. All right, everybody. Let's get ready now to finish up qualifying because it literally is. It literally is almost the end of qualifying. The clock is ticking down here as we are 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Dennis Moore right now. And fresh in from vacation, Jeremy. He was on vacation last week. Dennis Moore is back, and what a stance to come right out of the gate and put it on the pole.
He's looking for some extra points this year. I know last year he had a really good season to start off, kind of mellowed out there in the middle and end, but he put on a decent battle overall. But maybe that extra week off, we'll see a really fast 44. Of course, his qualifying time not too much faster over Ray Partridge, which you'll see momentarily. Only 2 100s, it looks like, separate the top two. Only 2 drivers, too, have not posted time. That's BJ Tidrick and then Brian Barnes. One Chevrolet, one Ram, not to show up on this qualifying pile, which is 35 drivers deep tonight. 35. These guys are pulling impressive numbers here at Northwest. Doesn't matter if it's the ARCA or the truck. We saw a crazy amount of numbers on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and I hope they can carry this momentum because I know we had decent fields last year, but this year is looking to be stacked if they can hold these numbers.
It will be, man, and I'm loving the numbers. I think there's some new drivers, obviously, that are planning to run the series this year, and they're very, very excited about it as well. So qualifying is just about to expire. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's step away and take a quick break, Charles, real quickly. Quick break. When we come back, we grid. We go racing at Atlanta, round 2, Northwest Spring Series, and the trucks are coming up on Atlanta next.
You don't just watch this kind of racing, you feel it. You feel it in your chest when the green flag drops, in the dirt hanging in the air. And when you can't be there in person, when the night's long and the engines fire somewhere miles away, that's where we come in. From the front stretch to your front porch, from the stands to your living room. The best racing you'll ever see lives right here. This ain't just a stream. It's the edge of your seat.
Well, I had a little rough weekend. I was gonna say you might have a few parts I can get replaced.
Okay, what you got?
First of all, I think I'm gonna need a radiator, an air breather, an upper A-frame, a front bumper, a hub. Yeah, those for sure.
With all that right there, you don't need a spindle and maybe a ball joint or two?
This is gonna be kind of hard to explain, but you got a shifter, linkage, some motor mounts, plug wires too.
Man, you must have hit him hard.
It happens.
Well, we can definitely help you out with that. And I tell you what, we could probably save you some money if we use some ProTech parts.
Well, that'll be good news to tell the wife.
When it happens, get back on the track with ProTech parts. Race-proven performance without the race-proven price. Only at Day Motorsports.
And we're back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Didn't it work out perfectly, Jeremy? Here comes the trucks. They're going to be grinning, buddy, and we're about ready to go to racing here at the ATL. Yeah.
Here we go. Look
Worked
at that.
out perfect.
Perfect
Back from
timing. Good job,
vacation, man. Welcome back from vacation. Wait a minute. Why is there a countdown clock on for 35 minutes?
Great question.
What in the world did they do?
We didn't time it right.
Another warm-up?
Warm-up session, which is natural for a decent amount of leagues.
What is that like? It's like they're not going to spend 40 minutes, so it's like a 5-minute session, right? Though normally a warm-up's like less than 5 minutes, right?
It has to be a typo
Like a
on their
stuff
part.
session. Yeah. Wow. I guess. I don't know. We'll figure out what we're going to do here. Jeremy, you see right there that perch where the Quaker State sign is, where it says PRN?
Yes, sir.
That's the announcer perch I was telling you about. So.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm going to step away, Jeremy, real quickly and see what Sean and them are going to do. I'll be right back with you, buddy. So just give me a second. Let's find out what's going on. Let's find out.
So we're going to go on pit road, try to talk to some people, see what this 35-minute warm-up session is all about. So you're going to hang tight with me for just a moment while we're figuring it out. Whether if it's an extra drivers meeting because of the protest from last week, you make sure all the drivers' heads are level before they go green flag. Whether it be a new procedure for 2026 where they have a warm-up session after the fact, and it looks like he's back on the booth. You dropped from the booth to the pit road and back to the booth in 5 seconds. That's impressive.
Man, that's what that virtual zip line's for, man. So it just helped me climb through the window. So here's the deal. They qualified before the drivers' meeting. So now they are having the drivers' meeting, and the drivers' meeting will be what's going on right now. And then after that, then they might have a 2-minute warm-up session, if that, Jeremy. And then they're going to grid and go to racing. So we've got some time to kill, I guess. I don't know, you know. We can't. He's in the driver's meeting, Charles. We can't. They're in the driver's meeting. We're in the driver's meeting, so we can't. I don't want to get in trouble for sneaking Dennis Moore out of the driver's meeting for the first race of the season he made because he missed Daytona last week. And, he's been through many a driver's meeting, so he should know the rules. But
yeah, he knows the rules.
He does. Yeah, but I don't want to be the one that says, "Hey, he did it. He did it." So
blame me. It's my
forfeit his starting position. He might forfeit his starting position. So, Jeremy, all right, well, let's just babble a little bit, buddy. Do you like old Atlanta or do you like new Atlanta? What do you prefer?
I like both. Call me weird.
So you're like me.
Call me weird.
No, you're like me.
I'm a fan of creativity and trying new things, right? So when NASCAR was in COVID back 6 years ago, they ran tracks that did what normal they run. Like they run the Daytona road course for their clash.
Yes.
I thought that was a cool thing. Maybe people thought it was dumb. I don't know. But for a major company to go to iRacing and go build me a fun track that's never been built before. So it's just super speedway bank and 1.5-mile track. No one's ever done this. Let's just do it. That's ballsy, right? So appreciation for SMI to make that happen. So I like the fact that it's a super speedway, but you also have to lift in the corners. So it's kind of fun and it's unique. But also, who doesn't like old Atlanta where it's bumpy and multi-grooved, run right up against the wall, run the bomb, does not matter. I'm a fan of both equally.
There you go. That's how I feel about it. I am like you, my friend. I'm Switzerland. I like both races tracks. I remembered the old Atlanta that was abrasive on the tires, and you were going around, and you never knew when the tire was going to pop and disintegrate, and somebody was going to go in the wall or tear their brakes off their car from locking up to avoid hitting the wall. And then, of course, I am a fan of the new Atlanta with the super speedway, the type of 2-car tandem, 3-4 wide racing, the big one like they do in Daytona or Talladega. Some people don't like that. I am a fan of that. I like that. So, driver's meeting has concluded. They are getting a quick warm-up session is what we're being told, Jeremy.
So I don't understand why they're doing it again. But, you know, hey, practice might not be enough. We'll give you another 2 minutes, I guess. I don't know.
After 30-plus minutes of practice, do you think they learned anything in 2 minutes of this practice?
I mean, we got guys taking advantage to come out on the racetrack, so they're doing that. Well, real quickly, let's bring in the pole man for Win Racing. Welcome back from vacation, Dennis Moore. Dennis, congratulations on the pole here for Atlanta tonight. How's the truck feeling, man?
It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll have to save the right front. It's a super hot track. This track loves to eat up the tires.
So is that why they're giving an extra practice session or a little warm-up, because people are asking for it to try to figure tires out, Dennis?
I think there was a little mistake on the first session, so this one got loaded with a warm-up session. But it sounds like we're going to be going green here pretty quick.
Okay. Jeremy, real quick, you got Dennis Moore.
Welcome back, man. This is your first race of the season, and this is my first Monday of the season because I skipped out last week because, you know, the bed called my name, so I apologize again. But, yeah, man, we were talking about new versus old Atlanta. I'm overall, actually, I'm kind of excited that you chose old Atlanta for this race, or just the league in general, and you're sitting up pole, 2 100s over Mr. Partridge, I think it was. So, can you get this truck in victory lane tonight?
Yeah, we'll see how the race goes. If it's short runs, I probably won't. I'm more of a long run guy. I just love saving tires. I'm also excited we chose old Atlanta versus new Atlanta because who wants to run another super speedway? But I'm excited for the night. We'll see how it goes. Good talking to you guys.
You know, so now we have differences of opinion, Dennis, because I like new Atlanta. I like old Atlanta, but I do like new Atlanta.
But
so.
I see Dennis as a point to where it's back-to-back super speedway. I think that's where.
Yeah,
I got you.
I feel like this is a racer's track, not drafting.
Well, Dennis, get in there and reach up in there and pull them belts tight one more time, buddy, because we're about 30 seconds from staging. Good luck tonight. Welcome back.
Thanks. You guys have fun.
Hey, where was vacation at? Was you on a banana boat? Was you on a cruise? Was you in the Jamaica? Where were you?
San Diego, California.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Baseball game? Opening week?
No, Legoland for the kid.
Got you. The hell with the Padres. It was Legos, Wesley. All right, buddy. Go get him. Go get him, buddy. Go get him. Win Racing driver Dennis Moore, ladies and gentlemen. And he's on the pole. Jeremy, there you go, man. Legoland. No San Diego. Because, you know, opening week for baseball, Major League Baseball was this past week as well. This week, too. So, yeah, I thought maybe he took in a San Diego Padres game or something like that.
I love it. Legoland's by me, too, man. I need to still get down there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we can cue up the music again. It is time to introduce the starting lineup for the Northwest Truck Series Spring Division Round 2 tonight from Atlanta. Dennis Moore, Ray Partridge on the pole. Row 2, Den and Ryan Bloom. We'll find Kevin Smith. New graphics, by the way, from Charles Wooten. Row number 3, Ryan Bay, Sean Audenbacher. I might make the row a little bit darker. Row 4, we'll find Paul Newton and Taylor Alto. He was the first ever stage winner. There will be stages tonight. We'll talk about them. And row 5 will find 3-time truck champion Dan West Jr. Christopher White on the outside. Starts 10.
Row 6 through 10, you got Bobby Grady there on the inside to the outside in 12th. Kent Garber in the 94. Row 7, 13th place, 39, Josh Childress. In 14th place, Jeff Stabnow, truck 24. Row 8 and 15th, Sean Breisman, 46. Was outside in P16, Kyle Matthews in the 34. Row number 9, Tyler King in truck number 21. Troy Daggett there in 18th in truck 99. And then to finalize the top 20, Sean Pomeroy in the 503 to his outside, Frank Harris in truck 77.
And we're not done yet either. As we move on to row number 11, Brett Johnson in the number 7 machine, Devin Matthews on the outside in the 96. Row 12, Stephen Paulison and Gary Nichols will be in the 8 truck. Row 13 finds Todd Miles and Eric Cox. Top 28, row 14 inside, Chris Walters in the 9 and Chris Kynes in the 57. And your top 30, Corey Eckelbarger and Jason Leake. And we're still not done with the lineup there.
And the rest. Ridership there in truck number 2. And in 32nd place, Trevor Fechner in truck 12. Row 17, Dylan Matthews in the 6. And to the outside, Brian Barnes in truck number 4, and I think the final row, if I'm not mistaken, BJ Chidrick in the 72, Devin West, starting last, which is very, very sight to see. So he's going to pass, or he's trying to pass every single person in this field to pick up the checkered flag of the year. Atlanta, here we go. We're going to go 1 pace lap for this mile-and-a-half venue. Pace car is going to pull down. We're going to full rip 100 laps, 150 miles for the good old days, 150.
This could be a race that could really go by fast, honestly. If we have not a lot of crazy moments, this race could go by rather quickly. There are stages in this series now for the Northwest Racing Series Spring Division Trucks and ARCA. Let's throw the details out to you really, really quickly. Besides what they're doing tonight for a 150 lap or 150 mile, 100 lap race, there will be 3 stages, as obviously they are coming to green. Stage 1 of this race will be at lap number 35. And then, wait a minute. Have they changed this? They're saying it's going to be 80 laps now to 100 laps. I don't know what they're doing, guys. Everything seems like it's all been changed.
You can't change that on the fly as we go. Green flag, it says 100 there on the core, on the upper left-hand corner. So here we go, green flag, 100. You can't change it mid-session there, Wes, on the iRacing side.
And it's on the paperwork. On the paperwork, it says stage 1, lap 35, and then lap 80 checkered flag. So I think they're just trying to catch on to this stuff. So whenever the caution comes out, if there ain't a lot of yellow flags, we'll know what lap the stage will be.
Well,
so.
Speaking of yellow,
And we got a caution already.
No, we're staying green.
Come on, Oddbogger, get going. Green truck, keep us green. Whoa. Yeah, now we got it. Yeah, we got it. They're going to have to throw a yellow now.
Right front.
Here's a replay.
Yeah, looks like the right front was oh, man.
Whoa.
That's why the right front broke. Slams the outside wall.
Yeah,
Body
the right
slam.
front broke or he cut a tire down.
34, he gets hooked. So that's 2 different incidences. Probably try to avoid the 89. We'll check up and have a little issue there. So 2 different wrecks early on. And we stay green. Multiple trucks spinning out. We stay green.
We do. Gonna have to get a clarification on this because their flyer on social media is completely different than what they're advertising. And I do apologize for that. I really do. Because they're advertising 80 laps tonight in Atlanta, but now they're running 100 laps, 150 miles. Yeah. I think they're copying what they did from Daytona last week and just didn't change some of the stuff around. So, nonetheless, we are rolling on here.
Ooh, Paulson 27 getting loose there. Oh, sorry, Paul Newton. That mixed up all the time. Paul Newton a little loose off on the outside of turn 2 exit. He goes to the bottom of turn 3. Multi-groove racing already coming to effect early. You'll see that as this run progresses into the 15-20 lap run. And furthermore, until they get to the end of their fuel cycle, or in this case of the stage, which I think they can make that all the way on fuel without a single worry. It's just the tire management there, Wes. Tire management gets you to the stage without a pit stop.
As all the while, Dennis Moore in the lead. We had those trucks with a couple of problems early, the 34 and the 89. That, of course, is Matthews and Allenbacher. But nonetheless, we stay green. We're already 5 into it. And all the while, it is Dennis Moore leading right now. And we're understanding John Allenbacher is out of the race. Let's bring in John Allenbacher really, really quickly. Catch up with the man out of Billings, Montana. John, you're out of the race. Not the way you want to start things here tonight in Atlanta. What happened, buddy?
Oh, I just got a little loose and overcorrected it, put it in the wall, but I didn't want to end the race not going to move up too loud. So I can stay out of the way.
Did something break? I know my colleague was saying that something broke or a tire went down when we saw the right front hit into the safer barrier coming out of turn 2. What's your take on what happened there, John?
Yeah, I have no clue. I got a little loose during practice. I guess we practiced with a little different situation, but I never had that loose problem. So just on the start, I don't know. Got loose, overcorrected, put in the wall, tried to stay away from it.
Jeremy, you got anything? Whoa, hold on, that thought we're 3 wide, and there's contact! Around goes the one of Grady. Grady spins up against the outside safer barrier. Everybody bobbing, weaving, inside, outside to miss the number 1. And the caution will come out now on lap number 7, Jeremy Stanley. Trouble in turn 2 on the back straightaway.
There we go. This was starting up to 27, 1, 55. Let's see where the contact initially happened. Right in front. Oh, 34, who actually, Kyle Matthews was involved in that first caution. He got loose, checks up. The number 1 goes around to Mr. Grady, and then he gets right reared into the outside wall. So let's try to get another view of maybe like a straight shot down the back straightaway. That'll give us a good idea. As Wesley pops right out of the channel, so we're going to try to maintain with me here momentarily. So we're going to watch for this 34, who's right there at the left-hand side of your screen. 5 truck lengths ahead of the number 1. Bounces off the wall, checks up, slams the wall, and then just, I think he was trying to avoid the wall glue. So he pulls it down the track. The number 1, Mr. Grady, thought he was perfectly clear, which he was. Did not expect Matthews to pull down. Gets right reared, puts it to the outside wall. Got a little bit of damage, not too much there, Wesley, but yeah, just a bad call from the 34 Kyle Matthews to pull down the traffic. I think Wesley's still trying to
Guys, I'm
there
understanding that the first stage will be at lap 35. That's what I'm being told. They're saying that it's posted in certain places, but I'm not seeing it. It's the numbers aren't matching. The one race on Facebook is saying that it's the good old days 80, and then one's the good old days 150, and the other one's a 100-lap race. They're saying it's going to be 100 laps, which is 80 laps on the flyer, but we are being told that there will be 35 laps and then 45 laps. So you do the math. I still think that's 80. Am I correct, Jeremy? That's not 100 laps.
I would not worry about the flyer. Just worry about what's up on that core graphic on the upper left-hand side of your screen. 100 laps is in session. For them to throw the checker flag 20 laps premature to what the session reads would be not cool, to say the least. So we're going 150 miles. Sticking with the graphic that popped up right at the very beginning of the show.
Yeah, they gotta get that stuff correct for us, because it makes us look like we don't know what we're talking about. Because 45 plus 35 is 80, and that's only 2 stages. So we're getting ready to come back to a green flag, ladies and gentlemen, as we're 10 laps completed. Lights are off on the pace car, so either it is going to be 70 laps to go, or it is going to be 90 laps to go. Nonetheless, we will set up 1 to go indication, and Dennis Moore has been the leader so far, jumping out from the green. Hasn't looked back, Jeremy. The bomb speed shop number 44 right now making a big comeback after vacation.
The change of pace there. Dennis Moore ran the yellow and black truck for all of time, and now this time he's joining Brian Bloom on the bomb speed paint scheme, and it's a black and blue one this time. So different number font, different paint scheme, different colors. Look at Dennis Moore. New year, new him.
Yeah, over the years he's had an orange and black truck, or a black and yellow, as you mentioned, black and yellow, black and yellow. Now it's black and blue, and he's got Win Racing and bomb speed on it. The Chevrolet entry, obviously running Win Racing right now on the front row with Dennis Moore and Ryan Bloom. Ryan Bay, runner-up in the ARCA Series last year, is sitting in 3rd. And then you've got, of course, Ray Partridge, Dan West Jr., 4 Chevrolets and an oval, back to racing. Whoa, Alto almost getting into a crash with somebody on the front straightaway, and he lost a lot of spots.
dropping down goes quite a bit of people there. A lot of shuffling on this opening half lap on lap number 12 of the scheduled 100 laps here. Looking at the back straightaway, there's Taylor Alto in truck 88 getting passed, or at least trying to be passed by the 39 of Josh Childress. Into turn number 3, the inside line is going to prevail early. Childress does take the spot. These guys go single file momentarily. As we get to the line here, looks like still 2 wide from the 27 on the outside behind these group of drivers as we focus on the 25. Mr. Brian Lee.
Down the back stretch. Whoa, baby. Hold on. His real trucks were so sideways, I thought they were going to lose it on their own. As now, Ray Partridge sizing up DWJ as they work off 4.
Yeah, Paul Newton needs to make more adjustments to that truck. That thing is loose unless he's expecting a long run to happen. Some of these drivers put it really loose on edge for the first 5 or so laps. But as the tires heat up and they lose the grip, the trucks will tighten up on the long run and they'll make it comfortable for 27 if that's the case. But right now, he is on ice trying to drive that thing around here. 15 and 38, this is a battle for 5th and 6th place on track.
Moore, Bay, Blue, West, Partridge, top 5. Look at this big scramble of traffic. That's Tyler King up on the high side. Beaver State Racing down on the bottom of Deuce and the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Ryder Shiflett number 2. He's in 15th. King will clear by him, but then forward to the 14th spot as they work on the inside in 3.
21 here. Ryan Ford Racing F-150 sponsored truck. Kind of waiting the patience game right now. There's 3 trucks, nose to tail. They're 2 wide right in front of them. Almost 3 wide as they go to turn number 2. Looks like they stay 2 wide. The 27 Newton. Oh, I thought there was going to be some contact back there. Just right to the outside. The 21 Tyler King, but they do not. There's Kevin Smith trying to go to the outside of the 27 now. Kevin Smith making it happen. They got 1 truck slow. Now they're going to go 3 wide up the middle on the front stretch.
Look at the top side. That is Kevin Smith up there in the top 10. He's got Paul Newton, Gary Nichols right there behind him. A little shuffle out of line goes Tyler King. What a climb he made. He was all the way in the back of the top 20. He has worked his way now back into the top 10. He's going after Newton as they work off 4 on lap 16.
Side by side remains the 50 elite. Nope, he's going to drop single file. Sean Breitzman now goes to the inside of truck number 8, Nichols. And quick work does Breitzman around the truck number 8 there. He's going to go single file, slides right in front, back straightaway. Looks like the top 15 single file. They barrel off into turn number 3.
Coming off turn 4, there's Harris and Walters now. That's behind the 1. Remember, we got problems now. Ryan Bloom in trouble. Ryan Bloom way in the back now. He was, whoa, 4 wide for just a moment with Harris on the bottom. Something happened to the 25 for Ryan Bloom in Wind Racing. He was literally in the top 5 of the restart, Jeremy.
Whoa. Here it is. First contact, not much. That second one destroys him. Now he can't turn. That's why. Look at it. Yeah, the truck can't turn for nothing. That's going to set the 25 back at least 2 or 3 laps because they remain green flag. Race production, black flag also for the 25. Probably too fast entering Ryan Bloom. So salt to the wound. And that's all but it. Good job for 25.
Right now, Moore continuing to lead as we catch the front runners again coming off full speed ahead off 2. Bay behind him. As now we've got Smith, West, King, Breitzman. All those drivers right now, Partridge, all in the mix on the high side, bottom of the racetrack. Look at this now. 20 laps completed. If you're doing the math, 1/5 of the way to go. It's 80 remaining, if the scoring ticker is correct.
Need 100 laps. 22% done with this race. As we get to lap number 23 here in just the next few seconds. A little good battle right here. Bryson on the inside. Here's Kevin Smith trying to pass Ryan Bay in truck 29. They're door-to-door momentarily here. As the outside lane, Wesley has shifted. We got a lot more drivers in that middle groove. Some exploring the third, fourth lane area like Partridge, who actually door slaps the turn 2 exit wall. Now he's getting passed by one of the Dodge Rams out there, truck number 15. Reitzman, Dan Jr. A lot of good side-by-sides at the tire wear. Some are dropping, some are growing.
Dennis for Ryan Bay. As Tyler King, 3 wide contact!
No.
Trouble! They're going around! Boss goes around, slams into the inside. Armco barrier. Kevin Smith, Tyler King, and others involved. Caution out.
Oh, man.
Lap 23. Wow.
There we go. 2 wide here.
You go
Looks
3
clean.
wide. I mean, what are you thinking? It's like they just run out of room on each other. Look at this. They enclose on one another. Bam.
Yeah, Kevin Smith just didn't compensate correctly. He thought there was not enough space to the outside. He goes to the bottom. And, yeah, just doesn't give them enough room to the inside lane. So, tough call off a turn 2 when the tires are starting to lose their grip there, Wesley. You don't know exactly what you want to do, and it just in a split second, it goes from good to bad and takes out multiple trucks, at least with a decent amount of damage on this track on lap 24.
So there it is again. There's a look at it on board with Kevin Smith. Oh boy. Gonna bring Kevin in, ask him what happened. How bad's the truck?
Like the trend.
Hey Kevin, it's the broadcast booth. Man, what happened on the back straightaway there?
Oh man, I don't know. I think it was just 3 wide guys fighting for position, and you know, I kind of took Ryan on the bottom there, and I don't know if there wasn't room or what there was. So I don't know. A little frustrating because probably should have been more patient. But you know, I mean, you make that strategy to get laps, you know, to get position and get to the front, and it just doesn't. You got to go. Tyler was on the same strategy. So, anyways, I just felt like he wasn't clear. Kind of got into us, but I'll come back to me.
How badly damaged is the truck? Can you get back out there, Kevin? I saw you rolling onto pit road.
Yeah, I mean, I got about 3.5 minutes of optional, so we're just gonna use now and the brakes here to try to get it as good as we can. Anyways, sorry for those guys. Obviously didn't mean that to happen. It's tough on the bottom to kind of make that work, and we're just all trying to fight for our spot.
Jeremy, got anything for Kevin?
No, I think you summed it up, man. Get that thing repaired, and good luck to you the rest of the way. Maybe you can pick up some spots here.
Yeah, we're gonna be in getting it fixed mode, and hopefully we get back up there. Just limp it to the brake here. Get some more fixed.
There you go, everybody. That is the thoughts of the Balsa Wind Racing Walla Walla, Washington driver, Kevin Smith, again involved in a multi-truck accident with Ryan Bay and Tyler King. He got the worst for wear. Took about 3 minutes of repairs. Remember, by the way, there is no fast repairs in this series. No fast repairs. So got to take time to go on the damaged vehicle policy clock to get things fixed if you can not. Set up your top 5 for you Jeff Stabnow is now the new leader at the time, being in second spot. It is the driver of Stephen Paulison, Brian Barnes, Brett Johnson, and now Paul Newton, the top 5 as we get ready for a restart. Back in a moment.
Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Trouble, restart. Problems for the 96. He just got shuffled out of line and it causes a big crash. The leader from the pole, Dennis Moore, gets crashed. More drivers involved. It is the big one. Tendrick, Fetchner, Leak, Barnes, Childress, Cox, Paulison, Smith again. Need I say more? Big crash, restart, front straightaway, lap 28.
Devin Matthews, I think with some tire spin possibly. You got to set this one off, and there might have been some things in the. Oh yeah, we have to take a look more from the front. I think there might have been more than one instance. Maybe they reacted initially to it.
Jeremy, something happened up in the front, and the 96 bobbed. And when he did, that's when I said, "Oh, here we go." Watch up in the front. Somebody, I think the 7 of Brett Johnson calls this. I hate to say it, but no, Matthew did it to himself. And then Paulison got turned by Barnes.
So there was 2 different wrecks that happened here. There actually might have been 3 different wrecks. Because that happened, and then way ahead there's another wreck. And I don't think that was a result of this one. Let's try to get
Charles, I don't know if there's a way you can show the camera from turn 1 to turn 1 camera and see if we can pinpoint all of the different accidents at one time, obviously. Because there's a lot of things that happen here. There's the first one. Up ahead, there's the second one. And then here's the third one.
Okay. No, I see it. Okay, so the wreck from the second one, someone drove down deep into the infield, and a truck spun out afterwards and collected him down there below the apron, what sent him back up the track, and that's what continued. So it was like a delayed version of the second one there.
Tendrick, maybe. Let's see what happened with Tendrick. But he got caught up in it. Look at this. There's Matthews. And then we see Paulison spinning. That's already going on. And then, wow, Tendrick and Nevin West. Woo. Okay. Fetchner, Barnes.
Driving through trucks now.
On board with Sean Brightsman, the Blizzard upside down truck.
All right, here we go. This should be eventful. There's the tire spin, clear as day. So Paulison doesn't even go. Did you hear the throttle? He was delaying that throttle so much way past that 96 Devin Matthews tire spin.
That might be the smartest thing.
It just didn't go.
Yeah,
he must have missed a shift or started in 4th gear.
And Jeremy, that might have been the smartest thing for Sean Brightsman that he did right there. Whenever he crashed, he just stayed below the bottom of the racetrack on the apron and just said, "You guys have at it. Keep running into one another. I'm gonna stay right here to the inside."
Yeah, 100% agree with that. Everyone's piling up at the top. Just take a penalty if you got to. Just something. Avoid damage to the truck because you got the stage brake, right? So, all right, this is gonna be it. We got 4 laps between now and the end of stage. There's your VA811.com. Digging with care race summary so far. It's going to be a total of 10 caution laps as we get to the green flag after 3 cautions in stage number 1 and only 1 lead change. 1 lead change. That's kind of impressive there. And Jeff Stabnow leading them all minus the opening laps from Dennis Moore rather. But here we go. He's going to lead off single file. That's a bold call. The outside just not going to go. Brett Johnson wants to just lag back. ton of gap to the 24.
Oh, and by the way, remember, they have less than 4 laps to go here in stage 1 also. Stage points on the line. And there's only 2 stages tonight, not 3. Down the back straightaway, it is Stab now in front. The man that is on the road to 500. Career start number 498 tonight, leading him off of turn 4.
Now look at the lead that he has, man. Dominant performance after taking that lead. You know, the clean air is so good in these trucks. And now at Atlanta, the handling is the prime part of the racing. Oh, hold on. Paul Newton again finds a turn 2 wall. I thought maybe he was going to wash down the track. 3 wide, deep in the back, 3 wide on camera.
Jeremy, where did Alto come from? Taylor Alto. He came out of nowhere. The Winston number 88 truck. Remember, he fell all the way to the back 20 positions. He's back up now to second running down Stab now. And remember, he won the inaugural stage race in Daytona last week. He's trying to do it again in turn 2 on Stab now.
Down up 13 spots. Taylor Alto up 6. So a couple of the strongest movers in the field. P1, P2. Here he goes to the inside to get the white flag in this stands. This man is hungry for stage points. Can Jeff hang on here? But here's Newton. Hold on, we're not done yet. This could be Paul's race here. White flag to the end of stage 1.
Could be a 4-truck battle for the end of the stage now. Alto on the inside. Stab now up top. He's got now Bobby Grady, by the way, who spun earlier, right back up in the dogfight in the top 5. Now it's about to become 7 trucks fighting with Garber and Partridge all in this mix. Here they come, thundering into 3 and 4. It is Alto. He won the inaugural stage in Daytona. Here he comes at Old Atlanta. Down to the line. He'll win stage 1. The good old days, 150. Stage 1 is done. And Taylor Alto in the Winston throwback 88 Chevrolet has picked up his 2nd stage win of the season. Wow.
That can't be rigged. The good old days, and you got the Winston logo up there at the front. Clear out stage number 1. And Filthy Brew on YouTube cheering him on, saying, let's go 88. Well, your boy just got stage win number 2 of the season. Collects the yellow flag. That was some good stuff. Up 7 spots.
Right?
So up 7 positions from the start of the race. After all those cautions, that's some good progress from the 88.
So it will be the 2nd win of stages for Taylor Alto. We'll bring him in here and have a word with Taylor Alto. I got a feeling they're going to be coming down to pit road, though. So let's do this. We're going to step away. We're going to take a break, extended commercial break. By the time we come back, they will be finished with pit stops, and then we will grab the Winston 88 Chevrolet of Taylor Alto when we return.
You don't just watch this kind of racing, you feel it. You feel it in your chest when the green flag drops, in the dirt hanging in the air. And when you can't be there in person, when the night's long and the engines fire somewhere miles away, that's where we come in. From the front stretch to your front porch, from the stands to your living room, the best racing you'll ever see lives right here. This ain't just a stream, it's the edge of your seat.
The Wolfman of the Northwest joins us, and the Winston number 88 is the stage 1 winner. Taylor Alto, congratulations, man.
Thank you, guys.
So I'll tell you what, man, you got involved in a little hiccup earlier, but rallied back through the field for the Walters Racing Team. Tell us what happened and how you rebounded to get the stage win.
Very cold tires. I just spun it. And I was like, yeah, time to get some new tires.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, man. Great job up 7 positions. we passed a bunch of people in a short amount of time because a lot of it was under caution. So is this thing geared for a long run here, or is this a short run truck you got going on right now?
Play it by ear. You know, we get more cautions, but I've been saving my tires, letting it roll and stuff. See if I go do the long run.
All right, buddy. Well, we appreciate you. And by the way, last question. 2 stage wins in stage racing now for the Northwest for you. What's your thoughts on that?
Let's keep winning them. Let's go.
There it is.
Taylor Alto, appreciate your time, man. Good luck. The Wolf. That's what they call him, the Wolf. Hungry like the Wolf. A little Duran Duran for the guy there in the number 88. So let's get ready to set up a restart for you as Walters Racing number 88 of Alto will go back to his spot. We will now get ready to go back to green, and this is stage 2. Troy Daggett now the new leader. After pit stops, a lot of drivers pitted at lap 25. 3 did. Troy Daggett, Chris Walters, Ryder Shiflett. So they want to say undercut, if you will, Jeremy. They took advantage of that. So now they're the front trio. Everyone else pitted around lap 37. Tyler King, Taylor Alto right back there. Paul Newton as well. Back to green, buddy.
Tyler King with a great pit stop there. Takes the lead. That's in the group that took the tires. And here we go. 3 trucks ahead. 12 lap difference on the tires at Atlanta. That is a huge difference between these two. We're going to see the field go 3 wide quick down the back straightaway. This is old versus new tires here. Let's see what kind of hiccups this causes
3 wide
on the cold tires. As we go off into turn number 3, they go back to 2 wide momentarily. It's about to get fun.
3 wide as Ryder Shiflett was the meat between the sandwich there a moment ago, and I thought it was about to be chaotic, but it calmed down.
I'll give it another couple of laps when they get the confidence in these trucks. We've seen the cautions already. It's been a couple laps every single restart before we get the true wreck, minus the last one. It's Troy Daggett at 99. This guy's setting off. Clearing him up a little bit here, almost a half a second early over the 21 of Tyler King. About half this field now, Wes, has had some damage. Devin West, remember?
Wow.
I said he's going to pass every single truck. Well, I just got told that he was in 10th place. Look at him, truck number 5, sitting there pretty in 10th. And we're not even halfway done, Wes.
Here in the good old days, 150.
Good old days.
I remember them good old days, don't you?
People talk about them good old days at Daytona. I'm telling you, the amount of spacing that super speedway racing had. I mean, give me some Atlanta finishes. Give me that Carl Edwards first victory. Give me that Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson from 07. That slick surface side by side at the line.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, give me Bobby Labonte and Dale Earnhardt side by side here at the end. We got a caution at Atlanta.
Yeah, 2000. I thought I saw a yellow and red truck possibly. Yep, there it is.
It is. Bobby Grady again. Caution out.
I caught him at the very edge of the screen on the front straightaway. Something happened. I don't know if it was a left rear contact. It was on the outside here, so it had to come from the inside lane. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide. Oh, Walter's going to wash up. Collect
there
him.
You go.
Oh, into Devin West. No.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Grady in his 2nd wreck of the evening, maybe even 3rd. Not having a good day.
Devin West is like a ping pong ball tonight, man. He just cannot get away from any of it. Oh, wow.
I don't think he got too much damage, though. We'll have to go back and take a look. Number 1 gets the most by getting pinned to the outside wall. I don't think he got too much. Here's Dennis Moore in the 44.
Pole truck, by the
Here
way.
from
Pole
his view.
truck. Pole truck. He's 21st now. Look at this in the grass. No! All right. Yeah, there. He had no choice. He had no choice.
I love it. Take the safe
He
route.
went pavement to recreational driving out of nowhere.
This is NASCAR. No track limits.
Go a little off-road, brother. Test the elements.
Someone has to hire a lawn service group. Why not the splitter of your truck? Takes a good chunk of grass there.
It's like a truck's razor blade, ain't it, man? Like,
It really is.
chop them all, chop them.
The good old days, they didn't have those
on
things
pit
called
road, man.
splitters.
Yeah, they didn't. Daggett's on pit road again. And I'm understanding, Jeremy, that they just done a recent iRacing update with these trucks, is what I was told.
Yeah. Daytona and Talladega are the worst it's ever been. Aerodynamics suck now in these trucks. They altered the aero mainly to further make it more realistic to real life, and I think this is one of the few times I could not defend that call, because usually we see a lot of good 2-3 wide in the truck series, but these things, it is, you saw it last week. I mean, it's decent, but it's nowhere near, but that was just mainly aero. They did a couple other minor things. Of course, we got the Ram truck in here now, but yeah. And for Atlanta, it doesn't really affect the truck too much, I don't think. Oh yeah, the Thursday Ram Arcas.
Yeah, that's right. The Ram Arca. Shut up. It's
The Ramarcas.
the Ram Arcas, yeah. I forgot what truck was which car was which.
It's okay. I make more mistakes. That's fine.
Well, I know that they also have. I mean, they've rearranged. I mean, they've done an update on those cars too. So, yeah. All right, let's get ready to set up a restart. Tyler King. Now, the leader, Tyler King. Remember what happened to him earlier, Jeremy? I mean, it's like Chumbawamba, man. Like Alto and King. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I mean, they're right back up in it again.
There's so many different wrecks that are going on. It's taking out the front, the middle of the pack. How volatile this field is right now is completely insane. You don't know where the wreck's coming from. So, again, we're gonna have to watch the tire spin here. We've already seen it happen once. It could very well happen again. We're a couple laps on these set of tires for some of these drivers who did not come down pit road. Green flag goes back in the air on lap 47. Looks like we get the gear 3 just fine in the gear 4. All right, good. We start through that part of the track. Here we go. Single file, top 5 already. 2 on 2. Here comes
Back into the corner, into 3 and 4. King up in front. Look at Newton down below. Throwing the block on Garber in the middle lane. And up top, it's now Sapnow. Thought about going 3 wide. Nope. Dan West Jr. will hook up with his teammate in the 24. That's the 55 of the 24. And now Will gang up on Newton in 27, Garber in 94. And they're just running each other down. It's like a fast trap swallowing them up on the back straightaway.
Look back in position number 7. The guy who started last, the guy who was just in that very last wreck, who we thought that was not good for him. Somehow he gained a couple positions from that wreck, and he's still doing just fine. So not much damage to the number 5. He runs the outside this time, right behind his teammate, Dan West Jr. The West family out there on the outside here at Old Atlanta, as we're coming up to the halfway mark this time at the start of the
Coming to the line this time by cross flags in the air. 50 down, 50 to go. As Tyler King leading right now. There's that Nicole Bryan Photography, Beaver State Racing, number 21. A former champion of the Northwest Truck Series. Kenneth Garber right behind him at 94. And look at now Jeff Stabnow, Mr. 500. Consistency right now in the top 5 with Dan West Jr. and also Devin West right back up there again. The number 5.
Never count this man out and this team out here. Doing some things out here in Atlanta, passing a bunch of trucks here. We had some cautions for assistance, but he's making it work even with damage to himself. We're going to go back to the middle of the groove. 55 Dan West Jr. up to the top. Side by side here just behind them there for 6th or 7th place. Following the 27, Taylor Alto stage winner on the outside. Gets a great launch off of turn 4. Almost clears Newton into 1.
All the sound of those trucks rumbling down into turn number 3 and 4. This is on board with Dan West Jr., Devin West. Father Dan in front of him. Stab now. That's teammates right there. And we mentioned this last week in Daytona, but you know, you need teammates on super speedway racing, no doubt, Jeremy, but it don't help to have some help with your friends on a place like this also.
Nope, this is where we talk about how to conserve tire, where to lift, where to hit your marks at. You get that data from your fellow teammates. So the verbal side is where you need it, not the physical assistance. We're 3 or 4 wide on the front straightaway behind these guys. They're for just around 10th place. They go 3 to 2 wide here. Oh, we got a wreck. Truck number 6, deep in the back.
Crash.
Dylan Matthews.
Carvana Matthews around, caution out again, another yellow flag.
Another one.
We're closing in on halfway. We'll give you that race summary in just a moment, presented by Virginia811.com. But there's Dylan Matthews, and watch this alongside the number 8 of Nichols. Oh
no.
My God, wow.
There's a wreck in front. There was something else that happened before that.
I can't tell if somebody wrecked in front or if the 8 plowed the 6.
No, there was somebody else on the high side of them. I have to take a look at this. Who was it?
Watch this
Another
again
blue
here.
truck. Was it Ray Partridge? He's back in 16. It might have been the 38. Watch in front of these
Nichols
guys.
about got into him right there.
Oh yeah, Ray Partridge up top. Hits the wall.
Well, yeah.
And then
Or he was
forced
just way
those
high.
guys- Yeah, and then force those guys down low into a 3 to 4 wide situation. They just sandwich each other on the second half of the second kink of the quad oval. This sets this one off.
Oh, it was a green truck. It was a green truck with blue tires or blue.
Ray Partridge.
Yeah, Ray Partridge. Yeah.
See the bounce there. He's gonna bounce again.
Bam! Right there. See.
Yeah, forces Matthews to go down low across the 8. That was it. So a weird incident there from the 38 hitting the wall 3 times off exit of 4, center of quad oval, and then the exit of the quad oval. And 8, 6, and 8 come together there just before turn number 1 to set off. I think that's our 5th caution of the evening.
And let's look at the race summary. I was talking about that already. We're closing in on halfway. We'd already passed halfway. Let's see the race summary, and you're 1 off. 6 cautions now
With
for 14 laps and 5 lead changes. 5 for on-track accidents, 1 for the end of the stage. And obviously, we're not done yet. They are not finished. That race summary presented by Virginia811.com, reminding you to dig with care. Troy Daggett is leading the way right now. Let's get a word from the 99. It's always great talking with Troy. Get his thoughts on the subject, as right now he is looking good for the Walters Racing team. Remember, that's a new race team this year with Chris Walters and Walters Racing. Troy, it's the broadcast booth, man. Truck looks good, staying out of trouble, I guess.
Yeah, trying to stay out of trouble. Try to get with the front, but we're doing a different strategy than the leaders. So we're trying to play that game a little bit.
Jeremy, real quickly, the 1 to go indication's just been given.
Yeah, 1 to go, man. You're up 17 positions. You got a lot of hungry drivers that have cycled their way from the back to the front. What are you gonna do with that 99 in this the next 40% of the race to get the checkered flag?
We're gonna try to keep it up front, but I know we're gonna have to pit again and take another set of tires. Like I said, these guys behind me just took some freshies, so gotta watch out for them. But when this truck was up front after the last stint, when I was up front leading, it felt pretty good on old tires against new tires, so hopefully we can do it again.
There you go. Troy Daggett, ladies and gentlemen, for Walters Racing. And that is the driver of the 99. Got himself a podium last week in races at Daytona. Thanks for your time, Troy.
Thank you.
Let's get ready to set up your restart, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys will get ready to come back to the restart zone and go back to it again with 42 remaining. Daggett, Shiflett on the front row. King, Garber, Stabnow, West. West, Newton, Moore, White. Top 10 back underway. What a great launch by Troy Daggett on the restart. Drifts up in front of the Black Deuce of Shiflett. And now Garber and Stabnow, they're running down the 2 and the 2.
He backs it up here just a little bit. Corner exit now on the outside of the 55 Dan West Jr. 3 wide. Paul Newton pushes the 2 a little bit there to Shiflett as he goes high into turn 3. Looking at the top 5 on screen right now, side by side. Paul Newton on the outside, Devin West and the 5 on the inside. As now the 5 scoots ahead of the 27. Now next 3 wide. Paul Newton up the middle. Contact from the wall from the 99, your former race leader, Troy Daggett, and now the new one, Kenneth Garber, in truck number 94 for the first time here this evening.
And look at Stabnow on the inside, battles with King, closing in on 40 to go next time by. Garber up the hill, King up top, and look at Dan West Jr. Man, I'll tell you what, this is why we like Old Atlanta, right? I like Super Speedway Atlanta, don't get me wrong, at Park Speedway, but there's just something, Jeremy, about Old Atlanta. It's the driver's track, right? The way the guys race each other, the way they use their equipment up in real life and virtual, it's just always fun to see. This is a question mark. Right now, I can't tell you who's going to win this race.
Yeah, even the race lead has been completely volatile. We've cycling through a lot of drivers here. When they get the clean air, it's good, and then they have to make a pit stop, and then the strategies there with the cautions, who's going to leapfrog who at what time. It's just crazy right now. Tyler King right now up front, second time he's led this race. 55. Dan West, he's looking to lead it for the first time. There's just so many drivers, West, right now that have the speed to get to the front. It's hard to tell who can sustain that speed. I think that was Dennis Moore getting loose off the turn.
Another lap of the board. Under 45 to go, under 35 to go, actually. As right now, King in the lead. But look at this now. Stabnow inside. Kenneth Garber, Mr. 500. 2 races away from a monumental moment in the world of the Northwest Racing Series. Nobody else is anywhere within the distance of Stabnow. Sean Brightsman, career start 469 tonight. John Annenbacher, 450. Frank Harris, 411. Jeff Stabnow, 498, with 42 of those being career wins.
Good numbers right there. Looking about mid-pack at the moment. 35% of the race left to go as we're on lap 65, 66 this time around at the start-finish line. Look at the scoring pylon. This is the longest green flag run we've had of the night, Wesley, and we have almost the entire top 10 within 1 second of one another. Still just staggering. Look at this. Just look at it. Looks like we just started the race 2 laps ago. We're, what, 15 laps into this restart? Oh, one truck in the back. We got a wreck.
Well, back straight away.
Turn 2. Yellow flag out for the 7th time.
Couple of trucks scatter on the inside of the racetrack, down below the apron. And Dylan, well, they haven't officially showed it yet, number-wise. Here is a replay. Caution out, lap 66. Watch this, Ryder Shiflett up high. Partridge, and he ran out of room. Oh, he squeezed him up, Jeremy. And the 2 wasn't backing off on Sean Pomeroy. And that's how it happened, the 2 and the 503.
Look at it here. The LSRTV instant replay. On board the visor camera, Sean Pomeroy. Inside lane, everything's looking comfortable. A little wash up. Gets a little tight, gets more tight, makes the contact. And then he gets hooked right after that. The truck was just too tight, Wesley, on the bottom. He washed up the track twice and found that contact.
We haven't took a commercial in a while. Let's step away and take a break as pit stops are ongoing. But Jeremy, I got to ask you this before we do go away to a break. Do you think this is the money stop for a lot of guys? What do you think?
100%. If we stay green, this is the money stop. If there's another caution, these drivers will be screaming for another set of tires because tires are, I'm not sure why we have a yellow flag or seaweed floating on our screen.
Our flagging is disappeared. Where the hell is it? What is it, the Barney cam or something? That's the Barney cam. Just look at my stick. That's the Barney cam. My God, let's go to break. You can't make this stuff up, everybody. We're back in a moment. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Trying to find speed? The team at Dirt Tire Warehouse and Piranha Race Tire Service show exactly that. Don't believe us? Check out the race winner stickers on the Fast Guys cars. We groove, sight, match, size, and mount your dirt racing tires so you're race ready every time. Dirt Tire Warehouse and Piranha Race Tire Service. Take a bite out of the track and competition.
Round 1. The Race On All-Star Challenge kicks off with the smackdown at Rocket Raceway Park. The road to the championship starts here.
You don't just watch this kind of racing, you feel it. You feel it in your chest when the green flag drops, in the dirt hanging in the air. And when you can't be there in person, when the night's long and the engines fire somewhere miles away, that's where we come in. From the front stretch to your front porch, from the stands to your living room, the best racing you'll ever see lives right here. This ain't just a stream, it's the edge of your seat.
Oh, I read lyrics of Summertime by Kenny Chesney and used some. Well, that's why you need to listen to the radio. Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten in the house. Live sim racing and CRN coverage of the Northwest Racing Series Spring Division Round 2. ARCA, Thursday night, back underway. Tyler King with a restart. 30 to go. Next time by Jeremy in the 1.
A lot of chaos so far in this race. Let's see if we can close this thing out with a 31 lap run. As we go 3 wide, turn 2 exit, still 3 wide, down the back straightaway. Multiple lanes deep. Just inside the top 10. That's getting pretty chaotic back there as we're focusing on Paul Newton. He gets washy tight. Over the number 94, Mr. Garber. Hangs on to it. Gets some momentum, slingshots past the 27. Here's a 2x2 behind him.
High side, look at Devin West protecting the bottom, hooking up with Paul Newton down below. And he says, I'll follow where you go, 27, and he's on the inside. Meanwhile, Tindrick, Alto, Taggett. Oh, comes Alto behind the 5. And now they'll drop to the inside. Devin West now leads the Calgary on the bottom of this battle in the turn 1.
3 wide again, Paul Newton up the middle. Let's see how this looks like after we got a couple of laps underneath these Virtual Goodyear tires. 15 on the outside. Mr. White, 44, Dennis Moore, he's gonna clear the bottom. Single file as Paul Newton slides close. In front of that ramp truck there, number 15. As now he's gonna go washing back to the inside. A little crossover maneuver. Under Paul. Oh, contact. Dennis Moore makes contact. 55 as he get off the turn number 3. We're 2x2 for 5th through 8th.
What a run is now Newton up on the high side. Here comes. No, my goodness, that could have been bad in the grass. What a save by Garber. And look at Dennis Moore plowing his way to the bottom. 3 wide in the corner. Are you kidding me?
They can't get away from it, man.
3 wide.
But 3 wide half this race it is no holds barred out here. They are trying like it's their last lap of this race. And we still got 26 laps to go here at the line. Kevin King still leading the charge. But man, this race and when it's green flag, it is amazing stuff out here.
Inside, King in the lead. That's the 21. Oh, trouble!
No.
Dennis Moore around. Stage winner also. Devin West gets collected. They went from the top down to the bottom of the apron. And the
Stage
caution
winner.
is out.
Taylor Alto involved there as he just passes. He got turned. LSRTV instant replay is going to see what happened to these drivers. Took out some of the heavy hitters here tonight.
The pole winner, the stage winner involved. Another look at it, the 44. Wow. From another angle. I mean, Jeremy, is it too early to be frantically racing like this? I mean, or is this just, you know, this is obviously the right time to be doing this right here.
This is product of racing the trucks, high downforce. Sorry, low downforce, high drag. It's just a part of it, and they're. At this point of the race, like they've been doing this all race long, but this is the moment where I would expect the heavy racing to go on. You know, we're at 25 to go, 24 this time to get to the line. I expect this at this point in time, and they're doing everything they can. 3 wide, it is absolutely a necessity for these drivers to make any ground up if they can make it stick on the bottom. And yeah, it's a little dirty out here with a lot of cautions, yes, but the racing is exceptional stuff. It's not egregious either. Like, it's not intentional. They're just racing hard, racing their hearts out, trying to get the positions. They're not trying to shove people out of the way. It's just a byproduct of them racing hard.
Jeff Stab now. Right now taking advantage of a pit stop. He'll exit first, and right now he will be 7th in line. Here's something to think about. Some of these drivers just a moment ago, like Stab now, like others, Jeremy, they pitted at lap 67. It's lap 76, and they pitted again. Are you really using up your tires that quickly in 10 laps?
At this track, 100%, man. In 10 laps, your tires will drop probably 10% in tire wear, which is crazy considering, like, if you go to Charlotte, you can run 15 to 20 laps and lose that 10%. It's just, the fall off here is so more drastic with all the bumps and high speeds. It's slick, so they're sliding around. You lose the grip on the right rear way more than others. You see the 46 of Brythman, he's back on pit road, getting reports that he is black flagged, and he's got a broken right front here. That thing is bouncing.
So we will now prepare for a restart. Kind of worry about with that right front bouncing. What will that be like for the handling? Dan West Jr., by the way, Christopher White now on the restart. And he is in a Dodge Ram. One of the only drivers in a Ram truck in this series. There's two others right now, Brian Barnes and Jason Leake back in 29th and 30th. This one's not done. By the way, ARCA at Atlanta Thursday night with Jeremy Charles and myself back underway as we get ready to settle it here in the ATL.
Here we go at it again. Dan West Jr., huge launch out of a cannon, 5 truck lengths over second place. Chris White in the 15s. We're 2 by 2 by 2, still all the way to turn number 3 of the top 4. Single file themselves out. Newton trying to get around Nichols here on the 8 truck on the inside. He clears the, one in the grass. I think he saved it. I'm not sure who that was at the moment. Troy Daggett, he's low on the track. Checks out for number 6. Matthews, Devin Matthews. I think, yeah, we're going to stay green flag.
Turn 3, watch Tidrick now. Remember what happened to Tidrick Alto, any of those guys. Renewed vigor. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, this, according to the Flyers, would have been the last lap, but we're going to lap 100. We're at 20 to go.
This is moving along here with the 100 laps at Atlanta. It goes by kind of quick sometimes, even with a bunch of cautions at hand. 3 wide potentially for the race lead. Remember the 55 slingshot at about 5 car lengths out on the opening lap. And just like that, he's going to get loose and hit the outside wall. Not once, but twice. He's going to lose first place. He's going to lose second. Drops back to 4th. Paul Newton pinches him on the outside there of the exit of the quad oval. And now, just like that, 1st to 4th. Now potentially 5th goes Dan West Jr.
We're 3 wide again, like we've already been 3 wide enough. Not done yet now. King back in front again. Remember Tyler King at one time was spinning, slamming, crashing. He is right back up in the catbird seat in the lead. Christopher White right there with him. So is Newton. As Newton drops to the bottom. Dan West Jr., where will you go?
Positions up for grabs. Newton trying to get to the highest position he's been, I think, all night, which is P2. Side by side with Chris White, door to door. 15 barely edges the 27 out here. Almost contact. These guys are pushing the issue with the side draft. Chris goes to the top. Newton goes to the bottom. You're going to meet back in the middle here. And Paul Newton does clear the 15, but he gets the run off the corner exit. He's going to go cross over to the inside.
Coming to the line, 16 to go. This time by, there goes Chris White. High side comes Dan West Jr. Oh, down in the 1 and 2. And they're going to set their sights in now on Paul Newton. But they've got now another joiner of the fight. Here comes Tidrick, Garber, and Stabnow.
Side 1594, just like that. The 15, Chris White's going to lose some spots as his tires are starting to fade away a little bit here with 15 laps to go. Tyler King, 3/10 of the second lead for Paul Newton. 7/10 is the 55 of Dan West Jr. Westland are starting to separate just a little bit here as the middle run starts to take effect.
King in the top spot, and there's Newton. Watch now Garber. Garber now with Tidrick on the inside, protecting him. And there's Dan West Jr. And now Garber, he's between a rock and a hard place. He can't decide which way to go, Jeremy, because both lanes are fast. He can't decide going to go high or low. And now they're going to pull up in front of him.
Yeah, it's completely driver dependent at this point with the setups. Now they're performing. Looks like the inside has a little bit extra amount of steam that I did not expect in the middle part of the run, as we do have that 13 laps remaining, but Newton is catching the race leader.
It is Newton now. Here's a guy that used to cut his teeth on the road courses. He's now going after Tyler King. Paul Newton, he's there.
Close quarter racing back there for right around 10th place, 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows deep for these positions. All up for grabs. Wow. Troy Daggett potentially going to go up the middle, 3 wide over Kevin Smith and Ryan Bay, but Kevin's going to shut that door in the middle lane momentarily.
Stabnow.
Jeff Stabnow, remember he led the first chunk of this race, a decent amount of it anyways. Now he's struggling to find that top 5 again.
He's coming back. Now he's got his teammate Dan West Jr. right there with him. Are they going to hook up here? Team LSRTV on the hunt. They cleared by the trucks of Smith and White and Daggett and Bay. And the 24 left the 55 in the dust as well. Here they come to the line. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 to go with the ATL with King in the lead. But Newton is there into Jeremy.
He's gained 2/10 in the past 5 laps. He's kind of just sitting there. Oh, we got one truck in front that's checking him up. He's going to go to the inside. And clear as they all have to shift up to the middle portion of the track to clear the 96. No foul there. 9 laps remaining as we got this race done in just a matter of a few moments if we stay green, which looks like we are, and we've seen some awesome racing. Now it's up to these 2 guys this time to figure out who wants to get the second checker flag of the season.
Under single digits now with King in the lead. King and Newton. Tidrick is there. Gotta wonder if that LRC will happen as we are in the home stretch. Or can we take this one to the finish? If there is a late race caution, they will have 2 attempts at overtime. 2 attempts at a green-white checker. As right now, King leads them top 4, single file with a big gap back. 2 seconds to stab down that gap. Going into turn 3 and 4 to 7 to go.
And right at 2/10 here. He's been kind of stagnant. Newton has been. Looking at the 24 Stabnow, he's got 5th place again. That 2-second gap is going to be too strong, even though he's making some gains right now. I don't see how he can get inside the top 4. As you're looking at the race lead and everybody else on back, as you look up on the camera angle, turn 3, looks like the 72 is Tidrick. Looks like he may want to play around with getting this first checkered flag. We'll find out if he's got the speed after he passes.
Six laps to go now. King in the lead. Look at Paul Newton. He's sizing him up. Paul Newton, by the way, tonight, career start. 146. He's got 400, actually his 147th career start. He's got 10 wins, 57 top 5s, and 106 top 10s. But Tyler King, career start 258. Looking for that 9th career win of the Northwest in 87 top 5s and 159 top 10s. All the while, 5 to go. King on the bottom, Newton up top. Cannot clear him yet on 2. And Daggett's right there, or Tidrick is there.
Tidrick's a little bit of a lost lap. I don't know if that's going to affect his truck for the next 4.5 laps. Newton goes to the top, Tyler King goes to the bottom. You have to do that to get the clean air and the downforce on the nose of these trucks. He's going to get a decent run off of corner exit there. He's going to bring him in within 1 to 2 car lengths. 4 laps to go.
BJ Tidrick eyeing closer to his 200th career start in the Northwest. He's got 2 career wins as well, 25 top 5, 71 top 10s, and he's right in the hunt as they come to the line. Laps are winding down. 4.5 miles remain. 3 to go here in Atlanta, and it is King and Newton still there.
Where does Newton go? Does he try to dive bomb to the inside? Does he try to swoop and cross over from the top to the bottom? Driver choice here. He's just a slight bit faster compared to Tyler King, but Tyler's doing a great job keeping those tires in check. Haven't seen any movement from a 21. 2 laps remaining.
Side by side, Tidrick now trying to go around Newton. Here comes Newton. On the outside, Newton's truck is there, and all the while King is gonna work his way down into 3 and 4. There goes Newton. He'll clear by Tidrick. Tidrick gave him a fight, but he cannot catch him now. Here they come to the line. CRN 1 to go. We've got baseball, we got softball, we got racing and more on the Community Radio Network. All details at wearecrn.com. And not to mention iRacing like the Northwest. Final lap. Tyler King down the back straightaway, continuing to hit his marks into turn 3. He got wrecked earlier. His 258th career start is going to become win number 9 of the year. Lap track on the inside. He'll clear away. Newton can't get him. Tyler King wins here in Atlanta.
What a race all night long. Cautions to the side. The green flag has been fantastic. And this is why people love Old Atlanta, man. The tires, the amount of lead changes, just position changes in general, poses an exciting finish for not just the drivers, but the fans watching.
For Tyler King, as I mentioned, career start number 258, his 9th career Northwest win, 88th top 5, 160th top 10. And he will now make 2 different winners on the season. Obviously, Toby Ritter's, though they're saying that that race at Daytona is under review, under protest. Tyler King will now become a 2-second different winner, I meant to say, for the season. Looking to burn it down. And Jeremy, you know what's coming up, buddy? It's time to do it. You can burn it down, you can burn out, you can celebrate, you can squill tires. But we always know what they do to send it out.
We missed it on Thursday, and I wasn't here on Monday. So let's see it. Can we get more than one entry? There we go. There's Dan West Jr. Plowing through. Is that it? We got nobody else on turn 3. Oh, here comes Moore. There's Newton. Oh, Dennis Moore from the turn 1. There's Ryan Bay. Giving Tyler King that high five salute.
We gotta tell these guys, new drivers, hey, don't forget, don't leave. Northwest high five salute. This is our way we send off on the end of the night, man. So tear it up from the floor.
Most of the leagues go backwards. They disapprove this, but now these guys embrace it and they love it. Look at that friendly contact here.
So I think, Jeremy, what is the rule? Everybody has to cross the scoring loop for the race to be official. And then we're allowed to go backwards and go forwards and spin and crash and act like a fool and all that. Because we've noticed, what was it, Daytona? I think it was, Charles. I know it was before your time, Jeremy, but was it Cole Raz, Charles, that he celebrated early and they disqualified him? Because, he won Daytona. Yeah. He won the race at Daytona, Jeremy, and then he slammed on the brakes going into turn 1 after taking the checkered flag, and he starts going in reverse. And they disqualified him. They threw the black flag. iRacing disqualified him. Look at this. Ryan Bay giving Tyler King a Polish victory lap with assistance, I guess. Can we call it that, Jeremy?
We're going to call it their assistant lap now. Not Polish when you got a 2-truck tandem. I kind of like this.
Oh, this is sausage dog. Sausage dog's assist.
Sausage dog.
Sausage dog assist. Sausage dog assist.
Perfect.
Yeah. Look at it. Just a little.
Perfect.
Look at this, man. I'm loving it. Ryan Bay is pushing the 21 all the way down the friggin' front straightaway, a whole lap around this racetrack. You can't make this up.
This is creative. Right outside the box.
King run out of gas and he's out of fuel and what happened?
It's very possible. They're going to go 2 laps though. Why not?
Understanding Tyler King hand grenaded the engine after he won the race. So, well, it looks like they're doing it again. All right, Ryan Bay, Tyler King, bring it in. Truck's got to go to inspection. They got to go to. They got to go to inspection.
Time.
Yes. There you go. Ryan Bay says, "Hey, I'll help you." Oh, penny for your thoughts, Chief.
Oh, salute you right there. Salute you to the wall, brother.
In Atlanta, we got some music in the background, but we don't have any results because they got broken. Tyler King wins the race, everybody. Tyler King up 16 spots. He's the winner at the end of 100 laps. Paul Newton to finish second. Kenneth Garber third. BJ Tindrick fourth. And Troy Daggett the top 5. Jeff Stabnow, Ryan Bay, Ram, Christopher White will finish in the top 10 and 8th. Brett Johnson and Dan West Jr., Jeremy, your top 10.
Then you got 11th through 20th. We got Kevin Smith there in 00. Sean Pomeroy sits there in 12th place. Dylan Matthews completes his night in 13th. Eric Cox there in the 61 finishes in 14th. Todd Miles in P15. And then 16th through 20th is Ryder Shiflett in P16. Taylor Alto drops back all the way to 17th. Gary Nichols finishes in 18th. Chris Walters, good top 10 truck here tonight, drops back to 19th. And then Corey Elkelbarger in P20.
21st, we'll find Frank Harris on the lead lap. Ray Partridge, 22nd. Dennis Moore, the pole driver, on the lead lap, but crashing, will finish in 23rd position at the end. Then we go to the top 25, including Kyle Matthews, a lap down. Bobby Grady, a lap down. Then it's going to be Brian Barnes and Jason Leake, all in Ram trucks, multiple laps down of 7 and 10. Devin Matthews, 12. Excuse me. Devin Matthews, 12 laps down. Sean Brightsman, 23 laps down. Devin West is 24 laps down. That is your top 30. Chris Kine, Stephen Paulison, Trevor Fetchner, Josh Childress, Ryan Bloom, and John Audenbacher, Jeremy, right out of the gate, crashed out, unable to finish this race. Wow.
What a shame. That's just. Hate to see it, man. High expectations, and for Ottenbacher to park it that early, it's just gonna make him more motivated to get back next week and try to pick up a solid finish here.
So, guys, don't go anywhere. Jeremy and I'll be right back, and we are going to grab the podium drivers very, very quickly. We'll talk to them, give them one question, thank their sponsors, and we'll get off the air. Don't forget Northwest ARCA Spring Division on Thursday, right here on your home for sim racing, LSRTV, livesimracing.com, and CRN, the Community Radio Network. A quick break, and we grab the podium at Atlanta next. Here at Daytona, back here at Atlanta, as we have wrapped up Daytona and Atlanta for the first 2 rounds of the new spring series for the Northwest Spring Division. And the good old days, 150 is in the books. Jeremy Stanley, Wesley Allen, Charles Hooten on production. Very quick post-race show, and we will get off the air right out of the gate. Tyler King. Tyler, congratulations, man. Career win number 9, second different winner of the season. And what a way to start the new spring division, sir. What a comeback, by the way.
Sir, yeah, we had a lot of adversity there. Lots of fun. Got to pass a lot of cars. The stages added a new little wrinkle and strategy play for everybody, which was really interesting to see how that worked out. But, really happy to get this Beaver State race in Nicole Bryan F-150 out front in victory lane already. And I got my teammate Paul finishing second, so we got a 1-2 for Beaver State Racing to get off in the year. So pretty exciting, a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, congratulations. They're up 16 positions. Crazy amount there. You've led a couple different times throughout this race. What did you do behind the wheel to when you lost the lead? I know aero is such an important thing here to try to to capitalize on. What did you do behind the wheel to put yourself back at the front at the very late of the going to secure the victory?
So normally in the open setup series, we get lots of long green flag runs, and Atlanta, as you know, eats up tires. So I used to take it easy. And since we had the stage breaks, we had like 5 sets of tires in the pit, so 6 overall. So we had an extra set of tires that I don't think we expected to have. So Paul and I were just like, all right, let's just rip it, like we're not going to save tires at all. We got 37 cars in this field, so there's probably a good amount of attrition, and it just happened to work out absolutely perfect for us. We didn't want to pit with like 35 to go. We thought that was a little too long to maybe run tires, so we stayed out that second to last yellow, and that last yellow came out with like 20 laps to go, which was absolutely perfect for us. We got fresh tires. We were still top 5, and if there was a problem, we still had another set in the pit. So everything just really worked out for us. Happy to get that green flag run so we could, put a gap on most of the field. Looked like those top 4 guys had fresh tires, and just everything went perfectly for Beaver State Racing tonight.
There's the thoughts again of Tyler King, career start number 258 tonight. He gets his 9th win, 88th top 5 and 160th top 10. That's Tyler King. Let's grab Paul Newton. Paul Newton, the road course man. I got to stop calling you that because honestly, you have really showed your prowess on the speedways. Coming up second, sir. If it would have been about 125 laps, you think you would have got him a late race caution? Paul, your take of the race at Atlanta tonight, sir.
Yeah, I don't know what it was going to take to beat Tyler. We're on the same page doing exactly the same thing, so it's hard to beat him when you're doing exactly the same thing as him. And he had that clean air that whole last run, so he had a little bit of a tire advantage on me. I got a couple of runs on him, but I'd get up in his dirty air, and I think with 2 laps to go, I got up in the wall, and that was kind of the end of that. I just had to defend second place from there, but that was my night. Congratulations to Tyler. Awesome for this Beaver State Racing 1-2.
Paul, man, that truck was on edge. It seemed like every restart, that truck was looser than everybody else in the field. Was that intentional and setting yourself up for the potential long run?
Well, it's kind of like what Tyler said, we were just ripping it. We didn't think we had so many sets of tires in the pits that we knew we could just use them up. And every restart, I was just flooring it and getting as many spots as I could, or falling back or whatever. One of those times I took 2 tires, and that didn't work out so well. But yeah, we weren't saving anything tonight. It was all in the whole way.
There you go. We'll see what happens next week, ladies and gentlemen. He's on the road to 150 career Northwest starts as well. Career start 147 tonight for Paul Newton. He's got 10 wins, 58 top 5s, and now 107 top 10s. And finally, let's grab Kenneth Garber, as that driver will finish on the podium in the number 3 position. Garber, I guess kind of like for everyone else, the same for you. Highs and lows, climbing, avoiding wrecks, staying in the back, knowing when to climb to the front. What a good strategy to have another good podium finish.
Yeah, I was just trying to avoid most of those wrecks, and you got to be there at the end and finish them, or, with no fast repair, just kind of avoid the things. And there was a lot of tires, so I thought, well, I might as well push it and stay with the front pack. And, yeah, it worked out there. I got a little bit of damage on pit road, tangled with another car coming off, and I think that might have hurt me. I was pretty tight the last run there.
Yeah, 10-4, man. Good stuff out there. You almost gained 10 positions up, 9 positions into 3rd place there. A little back and forth on your end. Coming to this race, what did you expect? This race had a decent amount of cautions tonight. Old Atlanta is usually like it really spaces out, but for some reason you guys just could not leave one another.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a little bit of drafting. I honestly took a kind of a year break driving the trucks and ARCA Cup, any of that stuff. So this is actually my 2nd race back in a year, and they drive a little bit different than they used to, and the air is a little different. So just kind of trying to get used to that still.
Kenneth Garber has 1 career Northwest win. It's been a while. Hopefully the slump will end sometime this year. Career start number 111 tonight for him. He's got 1 win, 21 top 5s, and now 49 top 10s for the driver of the number 94 of Kenneth Garber. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll, of course, wrap up our podium interview drivers. Thanks again to Tyler King, Paul Newton, Kenneth Garber, the podium here tonight at Atlanta. Don't forget, we are at Atlanta again Thursday night, round number 2 of the Spring Series. Jeremy, your final take of this race, and obviously we'll get ready for Gateway next Monday night. That'll be fun.
That track can be chaotic or it can be a lackluster. So I don't know, man. But this track tonight, great choice to go with the bumpy old 2008 Atlanta version. It put on a great amount of racing for us, even though there was the cautions, very close to one another. The racing on track was excellent. And guys, come back next Monday. We'll do it again.
It'll be a fun one for sure. As always, livesimracing.com. We are Siren.com. Northwest Racing Series on social media. And if you like to join, find them on Discord at LSRTV and at Siren Sports on social media as well. Thanks as always to Sean Breitzman, Jeff Stabnow, John Odenbacher, every behind the Northwest Racing program. And of course, for LSRTV, Jeff Stabnow. Thank you again to Charles Wooten as well, our executive producer on the buttons. For Jeremy Stanley, this is Wesley Outland. Congratulations, Tyler King, winner tonight at Atlanta. We're now 2 for 2. ARCA here on Thursday. Join us as we continue on with the Northwest Spring Division, and we'll see you for trucks next Monday night right here at Worldwide Technology Raceway, or as everybody calls, Gateway. Thanks for watching or listening. Enjoy the rest of your week.